Alabama. We've got Mobile, Alabama, and Canada, and the US, and Maryland, USA, and we've got Harcourt, Nigeria. We've got people from all over the world chiming in. Welcome, welcome, one and all. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Bridget Buckner calling in from Kingston, Jamaica, and I have the awesome privilege of introducing our guest speaker, our main presenter. If you have your phone off mute, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to mute yourself so we can have a nice, clear call. Thank you very much. So without much further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me just share with you how this community has been changing my life for the last 3 years. It is really like-minded individuals who have come together, and we're all about financial literacy. We're all about elevating ourselves to higher heights, and we work together with amazing tools, systems, and best of all, training, education, skills. And we have some new things in our community, and I'm going to introduce Dr. Harry Benjamin to share with you exactly what we're doing, where we're going, what we're getting ready to do. This gentleman is a Jamaican. He was born in Montego Bay, Jamaica. He became a medical doctor. He'll tell you his story as he presents, but just as a quick introduction, he's a medical doctor, moved on to entrepreneurship, so much so, ladies and gentlemen, he hired over 100 people. His staff complement was over 100 people. So this is not a mom and pop operation kind of person. This is an epic entrepreneur. And he moved from business in Jamaica to expanding different things in the United States. And then he found himself in Nigeria as well. He's an author of a book. He's a father. He's a husband. He is a life coach, ladies and gentlemen. He is a member of our amazing Xtreamfx community. In fact, he is one of the advisors to the founders. He's a part of the advisory council. He is a six-figure industry earner, a budding Forex trader, and just an amazing friend and support. Those of you who know him know he's always giving and serving. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to warmly introduce my friend and business partner, Dr. Harry Benjamin. Are you out there, sir?
Yes, can you hear me, Ms. Buckner?
I can hear you, Dr. B. I'm going to
hand this call. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the chat and light it up for Ms. Bridget Buckner for some harshness and fires for our indomitable leader out of Jamaica, out of Kingston, Jamaica, leading the Barrier Breakers team, doing an extraordinary job in helping people around the world to know about this amazing community that we are a part of. Let me just quickly go ahead and show you a brief disclaimer before I come back to that screen. We're not going to be here long.
Safety trade alert.
Did anybody hear that sweet sound in the background just a while ago? Did you hear that message?
I did. Yes, you figured it out, Dr. B. I heard it.
Oh gosh, man, fire today, right? If somebody heard that sweet sounding message that said safety trade alert, just go ahead, and tell me if you heard it, all right? If you heard it, just go ahead and say, I heard the just put in the chat, I heard it. All right.
New safety trade alert.
Let me see if you hear it again, right? Did you hear it again? Welcome to the School of Money. So money, in Nigeria, we say, oh, what's it day? My Nigerian brothers and sisters that are here, that means the money has come. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an amazing day in our community. So let me just share a disclaimer quickly, and then we're going to talk about that sound that you just heard, safety trade alert. So our disclaimer is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a promise that you'll make money. The information that we provide
safety trade alert
is for education purposes only. I just love that disturbance. And I'm going to show you what's that noise? What's that sound? I'm going to show you what it is. Real time here today. All right. I'm so fired up. I'm so excited. Let me calm down to deliver this great information. All right. Let me put this laptop on mute so you don't hear the safety trade alert until I get through to that. All right, so man, I'm so fired up. I'm so excited, so thankful for what we have. Quickly, we have three amazing individuals. We have the privilege of two of them being on here with us today. Mr. Adrian Dynamite Sloan, he's our Chief Financial Officer. This gentleman has extremely talented, he has a very talented history. He's very talented, has a very decorated history. Earned his first $1 million in his early 20s. He started business in his teens. He's gone on to own multiple businesses, currently owns about 9 different businesses, has decided that he's going to make this foundation, this community, a place where we have a safe environment to create legacies for our families on an individual level. He lives a legacy type lifestyle. I'm very grateful and thankful that I met this individual, and he is our chief financial officer. Not good every single week, but going into 3 years, we've been paid flawlessly. Our commissions associated with helping to build a community. Over to the right of the screen, another great individual, awesome level of respect and appreciation and adoration for this gentleman. He started off his career in banking, 9 years, went into network marketing, been in it for 27 years, now a co-founder and owner of his own network marketing company. And in addition to that, has built a massive real estate portfolio, over $40 million, been married for over 30 years, 3 adult children that he and his wife have raised in a really great way. In the center of our screen is the heart of our community. We call her our Chief Heart Officer. Her name is Miss Reagan Lynch. An amazing demonstration of strength, overcoming 3 open heart surgeries, in addition to owning multiple businesses, single mom, raising 4 children on her own. And without her, the technology that runs this company would not function effectively. So let's put some hearts and fires in the chat for our founders. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just so excited that we have such great leaders, because one of the things that when you have great leaders, ladies and gentlemen, they have shoulders up on top of which you could stand. And it is on those shoulders that I've been able to move from being in Lagos, Nigeria, to literally having the opportunity today to be here in the United States of America and participate in this great movement known as Xtreamfx Global Academy. We are in a moment of a movement, ladies and gentlemen. So on the screen is the foundation of our community, right? You could go to our website, xtreamfxglobal.net. You'll see the home, about us, education, financial services, health affiliate, etc., and events. So we started off with Xtreamfx Global Academy. That's how we started off at the beginning of 2020. We laid a solid foundation in how to trade the world's financial markets. We produced several testimonies of people doing really well in the trading space. Then Mr. Sloan, he spearheaded adding financial services to our community. So currently we offer personal credit, business credit. We also offer opportunities for you to go to our website, get access to funding. In addition to which, we also offer trust building, real estate investor education. Recently, we launched our health and wellness right? My Jamaican accent came out there. We launched a health and wellness line of products. Amazing. The testimonies speak volumes, no health claims, but people have testified that they have used these products in stage 4 cancer. We have videos recording it, and they have been able to recover, right? Doctors are shocked at their recovery. No promising you that this will happen if you use our products. I'm not saying you need to be in that type of health condition to use our products, but these products will help you to have better focus, a better gut, better, cardiovascular system, etc. So ladies and gentlemen, let's now talk about this today, right? Today we're talking specifically about a new addition to our community, one of the latest additions, right? And I want to ask us some questions, and I want you to participate. I want to see your answers in the chat. And for those of us who are new, I promise you, you won't be wasting your time today. You're going to be very grateful and thankful to the individual that invited you to be here today to participate in this awesome event, all right? So let me ask us a question. In the space of trading education, right? Are there other companies in the world that people could go to and get trading education? Just, yes or no. Just yes or no. Are there other companies in the world that someone could go to and get trading education? Yes or no? Put the answer in the chat. Put yes or no, all right? Okay, so Leah believes no. All right. Okay. Anyone else? Thank you very much for the yes. Okay, yes, there are a few other companies out there. In fact, there's one really standing. There's a second one somewhere in the shadows. But there is something existing. We know that we are going to be the best in the world when it comes to trading education. The second thing I'd ask us is this. Are there other companies in the world where people go to find financial services, right? We have some of the best in the world. It's phenomenal what we offer. But the question is, are there other companies in the world that somebody could go to? I agree with you, Leah, not as good as Xtream, absolutely, right? But, can they go and find financial services elsewhere? Of course, it's there are many financial services companies. Can people go to other areas and find health and wellness products? Can they do? Put yes in the chat if they can, right? So I'm seeing a series of yeses. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you something. I'm now going to show you something that there's no one else in the world. There's no one else, right, in the world that has a technology that can deliver a 99% accuracy rate on trades. There's no other technology like this If you're new to trading, you've never seen this. If you know trading and you've never seen this before, it's the first time you're seeing this on your screen. You're wondering, what is this? Because you've never seen it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the first group of people in the entire world to market to the world a safety trade technology, a technology that delivers a 99% accuracy rate on the trades that are being identified by this amazing technology. So answer the question, is there another company in the world that you could go to find a technology that offers safe trades? Just tell me. Is there another group of people in the world? No, 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 no. Xtreamfx is the first in the world, ladies and gentlemen, to deliver this to the world. This is a game changer, right? So let me calm down and show you why I'm so excited, right? Let me calm down, and I'm going to introduce you to our founders here. Let me calm down. Okay, all right. So if you don't know about trading, don't worry, okay? If you've never traded before, don't worry, okay? We have an excellent group of educators, right? Led by Mr. Aaron Maddox and associated with Mr. King Nelson and Mr. Gordon Clark. They will show you step-by-step how to understand the whole idea of a chart, how to understand pips and lot sizes and understand the structure of the market so that you could be an effective and profitable trader. But here's the deal. If you Google it, you could find the answer. Somebody put it in the chat for me. What's the percentage of retail traders in the world that make a profit consistently? What's of the traders, not of the world's population, what percentage of traders in the world earn profit consistently? Okay, let me see your answer in the chat. 1. Exactly. That's correct. That's correct. 1% means 99% of people who are trying to trade have been struggling. Okay, 99% of people in the world of trying to trade, going to school, going to various trading education programs are struggling with trading. All right, that's a documented fact. All right, we can't disprove it. That's what is happening. So guess what now, right? Those who like Mr. Nelson, Mr. Gordon Clark, all right, Mr. Aaron Maddox, they're in the 1%. They trade and make profits consistently. Another challenge that I've seen in the trading space is that a lot of people who are trying to teach people how to trade, they themselves do not know how to trade and make money. I remember when I was in Lagos, just before I joined this community, a lady sent me a message offering me a trading education for about $20 for an introductory session, all right? And then I was selling my book at the time, so I showed her my book on WhatsApp. It was during the lockdown. I said, could you buy a copy of my book? Because, I was using that as a means to support my family back in 2019 or 2020, early 2020. The book is $10 US. And she said to me that I need to give her some time to put her money together to buy a book for $10. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if she needs time to put $10 together to buy a book, what kind of trading education is she going to offer me? Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people are out there blind leading the blind. They're trying to teach people about trading, and they know about support resistance. They know about Fibonacci. They know about entry price and retest and breakout. They know all the terms. But ladies and gentlemen, they cannot trade to make any money. And that's been a bane of the trading environment. So a lot of people get involved, try to trade, do not make any money, and back away. Well, here comes safety trade. This is like a Superman in the midst. All right, let's go into it. Let's go into it. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. Somebody put number 5 in the chat. Put number 5 in the chat. Put a number 5 in the chat. And I want us to answer me. I'm gonna allow you to unmute yourselves. All right, but please, when I do that, please keep your lines unmuted because we want to have a bit of an interactive presentation with this. So I want us to come off mute, but please keep your line on mute if you are not speaking, right? Okay, great. And I want us to answer some questions right now. I want us to jump off mute and answer some questions. If you are trying to make money trading, okay, with all of the information, the support, resistance, trend lines, Fibonacci, all of these fancy terms, what it is that a trader really needs to know? I'm asking this. Is the most important information, is it to know that the market is going up or going down? Just answer that question. Come off mute and tell me all of those things we're trying to figure out. Is it really that we need to know if is the market going to go up or is it going to go down so that we know what to do? Somebody come off mute and tell me if that's what we're trying to figure out.
We need to know if it's going up or down.
We need to know if it's going up or down.
Direction of movement.
We need to know where it's going. We need to know, is it going to go up or is it going to go down? And if we could predict If it's going to go up, and if we could predict if it's going to go down, we can make money. If we can't predict which direction it's going to go in, and you say, okay, so you see the market right here, and you say, oh man, you know, it's shooting up, it's shooting up, it's shooting up. It might continue to go up. Let me go ahead and put in a trade because I might be able to make some money. Oh, you know what? It's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down. Right? And then by the time you jump into the trade, it turns back and you've lost your money. A lot of people have had that experience. So here's the power of this system. What the system has done, the gentleman, and let me just backtrack, the gentleman that developed the system, he's been trading for 10 years. His name is Mr. Kevin Griggle. He's a partner of ours. And ladies and gentlemen, his first 4 years, he lost about $26,000. Thereafter, he learned how to trade. He became a part of the 1%. His sister suffers from epilepsy. Epilepsy is a health condition where you faint, you can't pass out, you cannot perform. She couldn't hold on a job. So guess what he did? He designed this technology for her. He didn't design it for Mr. Gordon Clark, nor for Leah Anderson, nor for Mr. Sloan, nor for Harry. He didn't design it for any of us. He designed it for his sister to trade and make money. He and his sister have done extremely well over a 2-year period. He's bought 2 homes cash, bought several different assets. Less than a year ago, his wife convinced him to share this with others. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Aaron Maddox, our master trader, came across it. Mr. Sloan and him and a number of others tested it for 6 months, earned anywhere from $5,000 to $100,000 using it privately, and then decided to bring it to us. We now came together and we're the first ones informing the world of a safety trade technology, a technology that you could buy, put it on your laptop, and use it to trade in the comforts of your home. Today is Saturday. This is the live market you're looking at. This is not looking at it historically. I'm not back testing. I'm not looking back into history. If you look to this right here, if you look to right here, you notice that the red and green will start popping up. This is active BTC USD right now, this very minute that we're on this call. This technology is live. So I'm not, oh, you start turning, did anybody just see? Come off mute and tell me if you saw the red turn green just now. Did anybody see the red turn green? Did anybody see the red turn green? Just answer me. I just want to demonstrate.
Yes, Dr. Benjamin.
Awesome, 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 awesome. So let's go back a little bit and see what happened today, right? 5 things. We need to look for 5 things. We need to look for 5 things, all right? Let's look for 5 things. So let's say you had this at home, you're relaxing, you're kicking back, you're in your dining room, or you're at your dining table, or you're in your living room, you're at the poolside, wherever you are, okay? And then what happens now is that you need to look for 5 things. The first thing is that there's this thin wiggly red line. It's called, for traders who know it, it's called the moving average. For people like me who are new, it's the thin wiggly red line. We need to know if the price is above, called the candlesticks, or the price is below the moving line, right? Is at any point in time, are these candlesticks, they're called candlesticks. New people, don't worry about it. Just this thing, is it above the red line? Is it below? All right, for the new people who do not know anything about trading, okay? Just answer, please come off mute. Are these things above this thin red line at one point and below? Please answer me. Somebody tell me. Can you see that? Sure is. Wonderful, wonderful. The second thing that we need to look for, number 2 thing we need to look for, is the green arrow popping up or a red arrow popping up, okay? Can people see green arrows and red arrows on the screen? Do you see some red arrows popping up? Does anybody see a red arrow on the screen?
There we go.
Yes, great. A red arrow is there. Can anybody see a green arrow? Is there a green arrow on the screen?
Not yet. Yes, there you go.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That's this. Okay, so we found 2 things. The third thing we need to find is that these 5 levels here need to now become all green. They need to be all the same color, right? Is anybody there? Are these 5 levels the same color? Are they all the same color? Yes. Right at the edge of the screen. Are they?
The
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
At the edge,
yes, that's the 4th thing we look for. The 5th thing we look for, ladies and gentlemen, is that this needs to turn red. The number 4 thing needs to turn red. When it turns red, this is your sign to tell you that this market is about to go up. Ladies and gentlemen, this market is about to go up. Now, if you're able to come in here and just follow the instructions, right, click in this box, click trading, click new order, put in an order, you're going to be trained on how to do this. Don't worry about the complication of the screen. You're going to be trained on how to do this and put in an order. You're going to put in something called a buy, all right? You're going to be trained. Now, if the market goes from here up, you make money. If it goes down, then it wouldn't activate the trade, but you wouldn't lose anything. But if it goes up, ladies and gentlemen, in the direction that the system is saying it will, you'd have made money. So let's look minute by minute. This chart changes every 1 minute. You'll see a new candle. So let's just slide across and see what happens. 1 minute. Oh, Wow, fire. Ladies and gentlemen, did you see what just happened? If you had this technology at home, you'd have been able to right click here. You'd have put in an order right here. And let's look at what happened. Woo! Come off mute and tell me if you just made some money. Come off mute and a trade. Somebody who knows.
Just made some money.
Just made money.
But here's what. Normally, we would have seen this shooting down. I said, man, this is going down. I wonder if it's going to keep going down. But this technology is telling you, look at what happened again. It was going, the red, it was going down again. Look at what happened again. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, this happened. Oh my gosh, look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is happening. Guess what? Let me show you. Let me just calm down. I'm so fired up. Remember, nobody else in the world has this. We're the only ones in the world that have this. There's no other company, no other group of people that can show this to anybody except Xtreamfx Global Academy. We partnered up with the developer of the product, and we're the exclusive ones who market this to the world. Understand that first. When you are the first in something, it gives you an edge. Okay, let's look at this scanner. This is a tool that sends you 100 messages, 100 different symbols. So as a trader, you're going to get 100 different symbols. So if you like trading indices, NASDAQ 100, S&P, US 30, gold, silver, Japan index. Ladies and gentlemen, Forex peers, if you somebody like trading Euro USD and GPG, JPY, and all, or you prefer to trade cryptocurrency, like on a Saturday, on a Sunday, you can't trade these currency pairs, but you could trade crypto on a Sunday. Let me turn back on my thing here, because this goes off every few minutes. Every few minutes, you're going to hear safe to trade alert, safe to trade alert, safe to trade alert. Because guess what? Every green and red arrow that you're seeing here is an opportunity that you could have taken today, Saturday at home and traded and made money. What if you want to trade stocks like Google and Amazon and Facebook, Tesla? What if you want to narrow it down like what I had to do? Because that's just too many emails, 200, 300 emails in a day on ideas on what you could trade to make money. But instead, I narrowed it down to these 12, right? AUD, USD, BTC, just read the screen on the left, you'll see them. Let me calm down, because this has blown my mind. But here's the sweet part, ladies and gentlemen. I started off a trading account because I'm a beginner trader. And I wanted to take my time and creep. I didn't want to run because I didn't know what I was doing. And ladies and gentlemen, this is my account. I started with $189. I could come to the top of it, right? And in 12 trading days, okay, what did I do? What did I do? Order. Let me click that. Yeah, here it is. $189. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know I have over $400 in my trading account in 12 trading days. And I only know those 5 things. I'm not like a Mr. Gordon Clark or Mr. Aaron Maddox or Mr. Kill Nelson that knows market structure, breakout. They know all of this stuff. They're going to clear this. They're going to clean up like crazy. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is an amazing benefit to those who are new like myself, who need some support. You'd like to make some money, but in the beginning, you do not know what's going on with the trading stuff. But we could identify red and green. We could know when the color here changes. Once the color changes, we know that we're supposed to put in, like right here was another buy. You see it. And if it changes all red, if it goes ahead and changes all red at the bottom, then that's now an opportunity. And I could go back, ladies and gentlemen, and show you. Here's a red part, right? If you're wondering, see, it's all red. The red arrow was there. The price was above. 5 levels are red. Well, this one, it turned green. No one's watching it earlier, and it shot up and it shot down. This one, another one. Here it is again, right? See, it's right there. Red, green. Watch. It was pushing up. Watch what happens. Boom, down. All the way, you made money. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a machine that we have access to, and we're the only ones in the world that has it. I'm going to be one of those that's going to be on a mountaintop spreading the word, because this is an amazing breakthrough opportunity that we have. We're the only ones in the world that have this, and we have a first mover's advantage right now with this. No one else in the world has anything similar, anything even close, and we are the ones who are going to make the world know that there's a safe way to make money. 99% of traders lose money. 99% of traders lose money right now in this world. Only 1% of people are like Mr. Gordon Clark, Mr. Aaron Maddox, and Mr. Kill Nelson, and a few other people in our community that have started to become like them. So now we have the solution. Somebody put solution in the chat. And let me step out of the way, because my level of excitement is so high that I don't want you believe I'm hyping. Let me turn this over to the gentleman that spearheaded with Mr. Aaron Maddox the opportunity to have this technology in Xtream. He told me about it from November, and he was so calm. I was like, I'm so like out of my mind. And this gentleman is so cool. He's so calm. He's so relaxed. And he's used it to make a lot of money. And so ladies and gentlemen, step out of the way of our CFO. We love him. Put some hearts, some fire, some dynamite sticks in the chat. And I'm so grateful to you for, just really having the foresight, the insight, the clarity to bring this to us and allow us to be the ones to bring this to the world, ladies and gentlemen. Let's light up the chat as I welcome to this floor our CFO, our visionary leader, our legacy leader, Mr. Adrian Dynamite Stone. Over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Dr. B, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Man, listen, I didn't expect to come over here and to speak, man. I was just, spectating, just enjoying the presentation. But, man, put some fire in the chat for Dr. Benjamin. Man, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely fired up and killing it, man. When you talk about, ladies and gentlemen, when you're talking about growing a $200 account to a $400 in 12 weeks, that's doubling your income. Yeah, I mean, so just imagine that in 12 days, if you guys that took the same discipline that Dr. Benjamin done, can somebody put me in the chat if you would like that had doubled your live account in 12 days? Just thinking about that. If you would have went from 2,000 to 4,000, 4,000 to 8,000, 8,000 to 16,000, 16,000 to 32,000, 32,000 to 64,000, you know what I'm saying? To 128. Could you imagine, how much life could be different if you could double your money in 12 days? And not to say everyone would have that results, right? But Dr. Benjamin is a student. And when I look at the testimonial of what's happening for his life, it's undeniable. So, what I understand is men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, numbers tell the truth 1,000% of the time. And to be in a situation where he is continuously being a student of a product, and the best thing about this guy is the technology teaches you, right? So I've been trading for almost 3 years, came in learning the skill set myself. My background is financial service. So I knew insurance, investment, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, variable annuities, this type of deal. I've been speaking this language for years, right? Security license, federal credentials for years, business consultant for years. And I had to become a student of something I didn't know, right? Have anybody ever had to learn something that you didn't know? Put me in the chat. And regardless of whatever knowledge you knew before, you got in a position where it was something brand new and you had to learn something. So I don't care what plaques, what accolades, or whatever you got in your profession before, we all get in places where we have to learn something new. Hence, we all have to become a student, right? Somebody put student in the chat. A student means you sit down, you learn something that you don't know. You ask questions, right? You go through trial and error, right? A student is all about a learning curve, right? And so when I look at the art of becoming a student, having to sit down and learn, all the accolades that I've had over my career mean nothing. I started at absolute zero like everyone else. And I had to understand what's support and resistance. So if someone say, well, slow is almost like a ball. If you bounce a ball, what happens? I said, well, it bounces back up. Say, okay, that's support. If you throw a ball on the ceiling and it comes back down, what happens? I said, it comes down. They said, well, that's resistance. And so I had to learn support and resistance. I had to learn Fibonacci retracement, trend lines. Is the market going up or down, right? Based on common eye. And you learn all of this stuff as a student. But the main thing as a student of Forex, what you're really trying to learn is, at what point do I get in? So I can see all this stuff and I understand these terms, as Dr. Benjamin was saying. All this stuff sounds great. I mean, it sounds amazing. But the real question of it is what do I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, when do I get in the market to be able to get 10 pips, 20 pips, 30 pips to be able to grow my account? That's all you really want to know, right? Somebody put right in the chat. You really just want to know your entry. When do I get in, right? So I would know when to ride the market, because that dictates your profit margin. True or not true? Your entry is everything. So when I look at studying Forex and all the great educators that I've been around in this industry, where God has blessed us to know some amazing, amazing educators across the industry, everyone teaches the same thing and every student has the same cautiousness. And I learned this. It doesn't matter how long a person been doing this. They all had to get to a point where they was comfortable with entry. Because a bad entry is where you lose money. It's not where the market is going. It's understanding risk management. How much money do you have in your account? How much money can you risk, right? When do you enter and how many pips based on a 1-to-1 ratio or 2-to-1 ratio? What can you risk to be able to get a reward? Trading is about risk to reward. And so understanding that, we all make human error. If you ever lost money in the account, put me, be honest. If you lost money trading before, blew an account, put me in the chat. I could put me in there for everybody. I done lost money. I done blew accounts, right? The whole 9 yards. Being excited about all the terms and still losing money because I couldn't master the entry. What the safety trade system done for us was it helped every student, whether there was a professional trader who had been trading independently or was a brand new student, understand entry. See, this is the key part of it. You can look at 5 or 10 years of understanding market structure and price action and all this retracement, 618 golden zone. You can get all these terms right and still are not clear with entry. The safety trade gave us something very, very, very simple. Just as simple as this chart: green, 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 red, green, buy, right? And so what it did was it took all that technology of support resistance, trend lines, market structure, price action, it put it all into a technology. And guess what? The best thing I love about this, you don't have to know all of that stuff. See, we've had it back tested for months, right? I took all of our professional traders from Xtreme and had them to test it and mark up the charts. If a person said, well, I don't know if it's right. Well, listen, I feel like, and I could be biased, that we have some of the best traders, educators in the industry. And we gave this system to them and said, man, pick it apart. See if the confirmations are right. They looked at the 200 EMAs. They look at volume. They looked at liquidity, right? They look at the bankers move with all the smart money moved in the contracts. And they say, Sloan is calling the trade an hour before it happens. It's calling the setup, right? As the market is moving 4 hours before it's happened. They was absolutely blown away, because if you're a trader in this chart, just write, I am a trader. If you're already a trader, put I am a trader, because I want to talk to you for a moment. If you're already a trader, it's something called markups, where you have to get in the chart and you have to mark it up. You have to look at what the order blocks are. You have to look at support and resistance, and you have to get an idea of where the market is moving for your breakout retest so you can get inside the entry. You're waiting for structure to happen. See, what I understand about that of it is it takes what? Somebody put T-I-M-E in the chat. See, all of that takes T-I-M-E. It takes 2 hours, 3 hours, an hour to mark up the chart to get a general idea of where it's going. See, what I understand about business and systems is good systems buy back time. A great system could buy back time. See, technology allows this process of AI, EMAs being put together to do the automations so you don't have to spend your time. Hello, does that make sense? To be able to try to configure this or figure this out, because the systems, right? Hundreds of thousands of dollars have already been invested to be able to buy back your time. So what do you have to get good at? And this is the honest truth. You have to get good at being simple. That's it. Simply understand the system. See, you don't have to understand all the trading terminology anymore. Understand the system. So now a brand new person who doesn't have 3 years or 5 years of experience of having thousands of dollars of losses, right? Before they start profiting consistently. And this is why most people quit trading. Let me be totally honest with you. They quit trading because they are tired of losing money. So you can have all the ambition in the world, but if you can't keep throwing money at a skill set to learn it, you're going to eventually quit, because you have to pay your rent, you got to pay your mortgage, your car note, education for your kids, insurances, phone bill. You don't have the money to waste. True or not true? So it's not a good feeling of rejection if you want to learn the skill set, but you're losing money. Anybody ever been there? Me? Can you put me in the chat? If you put money into it, you really want to learn, but you're losing. So it's a discouraging spirit that you take on when you can't grow your account. And now your spouse is looking at you like, you're trying this again? You put more money in this again, right? Your children looking like, Daddy, you ain't got it yet, right? You know, that's not a good feeling, because you're fired up and you know everybody around you is winning with it. You're just trying to figure out, when is it my turn? Is that fair? When is my turn? When can I win like I see everybody else winning? But if you run out of money to continue to fund it during your educational process, you're going to quit. And it's not because you didn't want to learn, it's just you just could not continue to gamble on learning to get it right. The safety trade system has allowed everyone to buy back time, to be in a situation where all you have to do is learn the system and trust the process. Because somebody put that in the chat, trust the process. Now you just trust the process of all the years of losses of other people, all the money that Mr. Kevin Gregory has invested, all of the other educators that has solidified and back tested. You don't have to do any of that. Just trust the process. Go through the do's and don'ts of the system. Understand how the candles work. Don't be over anxious and trust the process. The system tells you clearly, red, 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 green, red is going for a sale. It has 13 different confirmations that's already built into the system. And all you have to do is understand buy stop, sell stop. This little red line indicator, right, is your trade line that's in the middle of your chart. So when you're looking at doing a buy stop or a sell stop, you're going to simply you're going to do a pending order and put the buy stop either above the line if you're going for a buy, or you're going to put it below the red line if you're going for a sell. So what is a buy stop or a sell stop? This is where you want price to stop and take you in. Does that make sense? Think about it like a bus stop. If you're sitting there and the bus is already en route and you're sitting at the bus stop, you want the bus to stop, pick you up, and take you to a destination. Does that make sense? Somebody put make sense in the chat. See, that's a buy stop, right? When price is going up, it stops at your trading mark on your pending order. It picks you up and takes you into the trade. Does that make sense? Put make sense in the chat if that made sense to anybody, right? Think about buy stop and sell stop just like a bus stop, right? When price is going down, you put in a sell stop under the red line. When price goes down, it picks you up and take you into the trade. No different than you sitting at a bus stop waiting on a ride and it picks you up and takes you on the journey. See, this makes the entry, to go back to my point, a lot simpler because you don't have any more anxiety. No one should be doing market execution at all. What does that mean? You just hit the button. I'm a buy. I'm a sell. I'm a buy. I'm a sell. I'm a buy. I'm a sell. See, this is how you lose your money. That Dr. Benjamin saying, it could be an engulfing candle where the price looks good, like it's strong, man. It's selling up. Oh, this is a good time to buy. And you hit market execution, and it's about to turn into an exhaustion wick, and all of a sudden, it goes, yeah! You know what I'm saying? You hollering and screaming, ready to hit the computer, right? Because you hit market execution. You just jumped on the highway and tried to keep up with traffic. The cars are running, and the cars are going down the road, and you're running on your feet trying to keep up. You can't do that. That's not good trading. See, this system allows us to take out all the emotion of when do I get in, be patient, trust the process, set a buy stop or a sell stop, get in the trade to go up, or wait till it come below the red line, get in the trade to go down. And all you have to do as a trader is to understand how many pips are you going for. 5 pips, 10 pips, what are you waiting for? And close out the trade. Now it's all about trading psychology of don't be greedy. My pip count is 30 to 40 pips every single time I get in the market. If I get 36, 37, I'm done. That's 30 to 40. If God bless me that day, like one day I had 119 pips. Man, that was just a blessing, like beyond measure. That was 3 days worth of trading right in one session. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The market just moved that fast, and I let it ride and close my trade out. Once I looked and I counted it up, my 3 moves, I had 119 pips. But guess what? I'm going back to 30 to 40 pips tomorrow, because that's the discipline of being a good trader, is knowing not to be greedy. So this system has allowed us to understand entry. It has allowed us to be in a position where we can be patient. It takes out the trading anxiety that a person has when they're trying to understand the market, and it takes out the learning curve that you don't have to know it all. So that's the blessing of the system, and the fact that Xtreamfx has an education platform. When you really want to get into a deeper knowledge of understanding the market, all you have to do is you pay your $99 membership, become a student, and go to our beautiful academy where you can get more knowledge and information about the market. And then you can pull up your trading view as I do with our educators, and we actually look at the market and see where it's going to be able to get a good idea of what's going to be the entry point of price. See, we still apply our regular trading knowledge that we've learned inside of our academy to this technology. So we look at this as a tool. Does that make sense? And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to close it out, give it back to Dr. Benjamin. I talked about this at the boot camp. You know, when you look at tools are used for enhancement. Somebody put enhancement in the chat. Tools are enhancement. So what does that mean, Sloan? The knowledge that we have as good Forex students came from our academy, right? We learned what that meant, how to utilize our knowledge. So it's no different if I'm gonna work on something on my car and I take a regular wrench, right? And I'm doing 1 turn at a time. 1 turn. Am I loosening the bolt? Absolutely. Every time I turn a wrench, I'm loosening the bolt because I have the knowledge of righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, right? My grandfather taught me that as a little boy, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So I know I can loosen the bolt with my knowledge, if this makes sense, of what I know about how to utilize this particular tool. But someone along the way in technology, people, they invented something called a drill. So now when they made this technology of a drill, it has a motor on it, and I can click and hit a button and zip, in seconds. I can speed up that same thread pattern of the tool that if I'm going right or left, I can speed it up. Somebody put make sense in the chat. Tools are made for enhancement. The education is your knowledgeable foundation that you find in the academy. You use tools like these to enhance what you know. Does that make sense? So now instead of us going left and right, just with our regular education knowledge we have, we can use a power drill, right? And so for us that's understanding the wealth accumulation for our family, tools are used for enhancement that we can enhance our wealth to our family to speed up the process of legacy. So I'm more than grateful for our relationship with the Safety Trade and Kevin Grego to be able to incorporate that to our Xtreamfx community all across the globe in 50 different countries we are at this point. And anybody that's brand new on this call to listen to this information for the first time, it would behoove you to take heed to the person that invited you to this call and figure out what you need to get done. We have the lowest price point on this product that's out here in the industry, because the only person have it is us and Mr. Kevin Grego. He was so impressed with Xtreamfx and our leadership. He gave our community a price point that's cheaper than when he sold it to for his own students, man. Somebody put some fire in the chat for that. So you can get this system at $599 in Xtreme with the scanner that Dr. Benjamin sold. And if you got it from Kevin Grego himself, it's $675. Hello. And then the scanner is $200 a month ongoing to get all these 200 different pairs that's being called out with 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, right? You're going to be able to trade your major Forex pairs. And on the weekend, you're going to trade crypto. So 7 days a week is making a call. And Xtreamfx students are locked in at $75 a month for this scanner that Mr. Kevin Grego students are paying $200 a month. And we just got an announcement yesterday that the scanner price is about to go up to $500 a month starting July or August 1, and Xtreme members are still locked in at $75 a month. So put some fire in the chat for Mr. Kevin Grego for the blessing of favor that Xtreamfx has, the creator of this system, that he loves our integrity, he loves our biggest acclimate, and he loves this community enough that everyone who already has this system, if you continue to maintain it, you are locked in. It is an update that's coming out with this system, what we call Trade to the Blue Line. It is being incorporated, so you have to have the product already to be able to get that enhancement. When that enhancement comes out, this same monthly membership of $75 a month is going to be $500 for the scanner by itself, not the system included. The scanner, what you're looking at right now, will be $500 a month. $6,000 a year will be for this particular product because it's so daggone awesome and good. It calls out wealth for your family automatically every day. And Xtreamfx, we've been fortunate enough to be in a favor that our community has a great agreement with Mr. Grego, the creator of this system, that our people can get in at $75 a month. So if you have a person saying, you're looking at the cost, oh, $599, I don't know if I can afford that. Well, I'm gonna be the person to tell you, you can't afford not to. You can't afford not to, because you're gonna lose more money trying to trade on your own. You'll get stuck at being a part of the 99% of traders who are not profitable, who are not making money, doing it on your own. See, I learned a long time ago, don't ever be cheap in the wrong area. Don't be cheap in the wrong area. See, some areas you try to cut costs, right? If you're going to the supermarket and you're looking at some plastic cups or some plastic plates, yeah, I don't want this one to spend extra $2. I'm gonna get these. These are due to put the food on the plate. You can be cheap in that area, right? Because it's something that's not of non-importance. When you're looking at a wealth system to be able to create wealth for your family, don't be cheap in the area to invest into yourself to be able to take away your losses. Does that make sense? You can lose more than $5.99 hitting the button. You can lose more than $5.99 hitting the button while you're procrastinating on just investing into the technology that could accelerate you 10 times. See, I've seen people buy the system, and in their first 7 to 14 days, they've made more than what the system costs. Hello. See, I've witnessed that already, where people have went to 100,000 in the system in 45 days, and it only cost them $5.99 to get it. I've witnessed that already. So it's hard for me to take the spirit of a person to say, well, I can't afford it. You can't afford not to. If you're serious about trading, you can't afford not to, because you can't afford to keep taking losses like the other 99% of the people who's trying to learn how to trade. You can't afford to take those losses for another 6 months, 3 months, 2 years, because you'll lose too much that you'll be afraid to invest to grow, and you're going to quit anyway. So why not cut the losses, invest inside your technology, get 13 confirmations of entry? Does that make sense? To be able to help you accelerate your growth. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here today to help you to stop losing and start winning. So here at Xtreamfx Global, we have a technology and a product that we can help you stop losing and start winning for you and your family. I believe you and your family deserve it. I believe you guys are here because you want to know a way that you can make it better for your family. And we're blessed and fortunate enough to be able to tell you we have a tool that can enhance your education to be able to take your life to the next level. So on behalf of the founders of Xtreamfx Global Academy, it's your boy, Agent Donald Mice on the Living Legend. Y'all know my saying, we got to pay the price up front and full with no discounts, guys. And this is a point where you have to make a decision for you and your family. So we are grateful to be a part of your future, and anything we as the founders can do to be able to help you guys grow, we are all for you. So big shout out to Dr. Benjamin leading the way, and Miss Bridget Buckner. God bless you. We love you. And we can't wait to get over there to Jamaica with you, Miss Bridget, to be able to help you and your team go to the next level. Back to you, Dr. Benjamin.
Boom shakalaka. That's the way we say it in Jamaica. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. Ladies and gentlemen, let's light up the chat with, man, Mr. Stone. I'm on fire. I'm on fire, man. If you guys want to come off mute and shout and say something, you can. But we're going to hear from another leader. Before you come out.
Dr. B in Jamaica, we said, talk up the things. Talk it up.
This is so hot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just so pleased and so grateful, Mr. Sloan. I'm so thankful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have to hear from our other co-founders on here with us today. I mean, I think this is such a significant moment in our history as a community. And Mr. Jacob Mickle, an excellent leader. I spoke about him earlier, his background in the banking space, the real estate guru that he is, and the owner, a co-owner of this network marketing company, and bring his 27 years to bear and to help us to succeed. He will be in Montego Bay, Jamaica on the 23rd of, he's taking a cruise, one of his 5 cruises this year, and he will be traveling on one of the largest ships in the world to go to Falmouth, and he's coming off the boat, and he's going to invest, instead of going to Dunn's River Falls or going to Scotch's to have jerk chicken, he's going to go to Montego Bay at the whatever resort Miss Bridget Booker will tell us, and he's going to be sharing the wealth of knowledge there with the guests. So if anybody on the island of Jamaica, you need to drive to Moby, holiday the 23rd, it just happens to be a great time, and that you could take time, go with your family, go and meet Mr. Jacob Mickle. So over to you, sir. Over to you, sir. Can we hear from you?
Absolutely, Dr. B, man. I'm in the car, but man, I couldn't miss this call. The energy is so high. Man, and you are late. Dr. B, you got this system down packed, man. I'm watching you, and I've been watching your trades and watching the production that has been coming from, you know, your trades, man. You've been keeping the founders abreast of every trade that you put in every day. And you have been doing very well when you, especially when you have already doubled your account in 12 days. That is awesome, man. But thank you, Dr. Benjamin and Bridget and other leaders that put this call together, man. And Mr. Sloan, man, you really laid that thing out today, man. You, Dr. B, and Miss Butler, y'all did an awesome job, my brother and sister. So I appreciate it. Glad to be a part of it. But I'm gonna say this, man, and I'm done. When I first heard about this system, you know, I'm not a trader, but one thing I heard that if you're not colorblind, you can make some money. If you're not colorblind, you can make some money. And by looking at, you know, this system for the last, you know, few days, especially on the Tuesday and Thursday move of the day call, man, I have been learning so much by watching, you know, on that call, watching and learning. So I'm just letting you guys know this in closing, man. If you heard anything today that caught your attention, don't focus on the investment, focus on the return. Do not focus on the investment, focus on the return. Dr. Benjamin has already pretty much eclipsed. He's on his way to getting his money back, and the Lord knows the ending of what it's going to look like and what his account's going to look like, you know, not just 12 days from now. Imagine, you know, 12 months, 6 months, 3 months of what his account is going to look like, ladies and gentlemen, when he really knows what he's doing. You see what I'm saying? So I'm telling you guys today, don't focus on the investment, focus on the return. And get back to the person that invited you on this call and make a decision. Go ahead on and pick a position inside of Xtream and go ahead and get the system. Join Xtream and go ahead and get the system. I'm just telling you guys, it's just that simple, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm telling you, we are the only one on the planet called Earth that has something that called safety trade system. When I hear the statistics of 99% of the traders out here lose money and only 1% win money or make money, you don't have to be, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure that one out, right? And now we got something we call a safety trader that is going to show you a 99% success ratio. I would say buy now. I would say buy now, family. So with that being said, and for all my people that's going to meet me in Jamaica on the 23rd, I can't wait to meet you guys face to face, you know, break some bread, have some fun, and get some knowledge. Because, man, I'm so excited about coming to Mobay to hang out with the family. So with that being said, Dr. Benjamin, you, Bridget Butler, and the other leaders that put this call together, and on behalf of my co-founders, thank you guys. Thank you guys. I love you guys, and ain't nothing you can do about it, man. God bless, and I see all you guys at the top. Thank you, Dr. B. Back to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mickle. Man, let's put some fires and hearts in the chat for our co-founder. Man, they put this platform together, they held it together and allowed for us to have this great moment in our history where we're moving. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, wrapping this up, man, we're done. Look at this, 5 levels are green, the arrow is there. This little dot turned red, right? For those who missed it, the market went up. It happens over and over again. So somebody could have just used right here to right here and paid for the technology. Just literally use right here to right there, right? You can literally use right here to right there. If you understand something called movement of the market, you could have earned $600, $1,000 in that one little move, just that one little move, depending on how much money you have in your trading account. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not play around with this moment in history. You have the opportunity to join us. Get with the person who invited you to be here. You know, I use the affiliate route to get through this company. I joined as an affiliate first. I paid a little over $100. I invited my friends and family to come and join. And as they joined, Xtreamfx has paid my family commissions. We have earned way more than $100,000 already. And we have used that money to buy things like the safety trade and to continue to pay to be in the program. And now I'm moving my family from Nigeria to the United States. And Xtreamfx Global Academy is the medium through which made it possible. So ladies and gentlemen, get back to the people who invited you to be here. Let's get you plugged in. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be on this link again. We're going to do another demonstration of the safety trade system. I do one every day, Monday to Friday at 4 p.m., Monday to Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this link. At 8 p.m. Eastern, we have another presentation for the corporate team. That's 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, but things are about to blow up. This, I predict, Mr. Mickle, Mr. Sloan, I predict that we're going to have so many people lined up waiting to get the indicators to set up their app. We're going to have people lined up waiting. So if I were you, I'd get registered today so that you can quickly get the indicators, because right now, the indicators have to be sent out by Mr. Kevin Greger and his wife. There are only 2 people. So what happens when 100 people register in a day? They're going to be inundated. So if I were you, I'd get in now so you can have the system set up and making your money and allow people to be on the waiting list. This is our iPhone moment. This is our iPhone moment. And if I were you, I'd not let this pass, because people had to be in line to get their iPhones when it was being launched. And we are launching Xtreamfx Global Academy in a bigger way, a greater way than we have launched it before, because we now are the only ones in the world that have this. People have to come to our doors to get it. And ladies and gentlemen, you have an opportunity to be a part of the movement. So without that, let me just calm down, because man, you know, Mr. Mickle, Mr. Sloan, you guys set me on fire like no, never before. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, if I were you, I'd jump over here, get registered, lock my safety trade in, and make sure that I'm in the early numbers, getting myself set up while there's still time for people to handhold you and help you before the numbers get so large in our community, right? So God bless you all. Thank you for showing up. You could jump off mute and show your appreciation to our founders and our Mr. Aaron Maddox, you know, and Mr. Nelson, Mr. Gordon Clark. You educators are phenomenal. You guys rock. And all the leaders across our community that have done such an amazing job, right? Thank you, Ms. Buckner. Back to you. Guys, just load it up and make some noise and show some appreciation before we close it.
Load it up, guys. Oh my goodness. Dr. Benjamin, our amazing founders, Mr. Mickle and Mr. Sloan. Wow. Guys, I'm excited. Please, we're done with the call. We're going to be here tomorrow. Let's just, like Dr. B says, make some noise.
Awesome call. Way to go. Awesome call.
Awesome. Yes, Daryl, indeed. Thank you all for coming. We'll see you tomorrow. Bring a friend, tell a friend. Let's get
The
this done.
Lapo in Nigeria, you better pay for your safety trade quick.
Quick, quick.
All right, Patrice. All right, go ahead and get your safety trade, guys. Don't play around with this one. This is not the time to play around. All right, love you guys.
All right, let's roll.
All right. Oh, Sonia, I hear you out there. All right, let's go. Let's grow. All right, love you guys. Bye-bye.